All right, hey everyone. Little audio snafu, but we're back with some Star Force 3 Red Joker. You're going to be seeing the any percent no Kaizo gear category. None other than Risch. Do you want to introduce yourself and see who else is still on the call?
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Risch. I will be the runner today for Mega Man Star Force 3. This is probably my favorite game to speedrun, and I'm joined today by Fat Kid.
Hey, I'm still around. I'm Fat Kid.
And once again, Chaotic is here.
Hi, I've been here since 11 a.m. This isn't the second time I've said this.
Same.
So yes, today I'll be running Mega Man Star Force 3, any percent no Kaizo gear. Every time people ask what Kaizo gear is, we'll get into that a little bit in the run. I'll be playing on the Red Joker version because red is fast, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
You ready to get started then?
Yeah, I'm about as ready as I'll be.
Let's do a countdown on go. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Alright. So, as I was saying, this is any percent no Kaizo gear. Kaizo gear is effectively just what is known as noise gear, and it is a Japanese-only mechanic. So it is not in the US version of the game. So effectively this is basically any percent English. And Kaizo gear basically can give you some cool features or cool abilities like, fast aura or, max buster stats and everything. So basically that stuff is banned in this category.
Which is probably the reason he's playing on English.
Yes. I mean, it's the reason I run this category is because I only have the English version.
Fine, just buy the $70 Japanese version.
I've looked into it many times.
I mean, hey, that's the exact amount I actually spent on the US version, including import costs.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah. Where did I put this stupid image? And where did I put it? Send help. So yeah, this game starts off pretty simple. I'm not actually looking at the screen right now, but I'm sure Chaotic can tell you about it.
The tutorial's happening. I have told you about it.
Tutorial is very straightforward. It is quite literally just your standard tutorial. Fire 2 cannons, then like the other Star Force games, it usually requires using swords with mega attacks, and then the last one introduces counter hits. So, unlike Star Force 2, you cannot skip the tutorial in this game, likely because they changed up the mechanics of card selection, but it is rather sad that we're no longer able to skip the tutorial.
That's what I forgot to ask Prop if he made it so we could skip the tutorial in the beginning.
I'm sure he would have if it was possible.
I believe I asked him about it, and he was looking into it.
Pop a plus.
Alright. Last one, I just get a counter hit. Miss a cannon, as per usual. Yeah, that happens every run. Literally, I've never actually messed up this tutorial before. I'm gonna quickly grab this blue mystery data, which has a longsword in it. We'll be throwing it in later on.
Shoutouts to Twitch for defaulting my stream to like 144p and me wondering what the heck was wrong with the stream. Panicking.
It's fine, it's fine.
I just want you to see all of the pixels, Fat Kid.
I was like about to ask Risch, do you have a bilinear filter running? What's going on? Time for another tutorial.
Yep. This is the standard Brother Band tutorial, as well as some like menuing tutorials.
Hey, Mike. Must be so inconvenient to have to remake all of your friends again every time you get an upgrade. I mean, it's exactly like a phone upgrade, but more annoying.
Yeah, it's just updating your contacts.
Talk to Zach, PogChamp.
I think that is one of 2 times in the entire run we have to talk to Zach.
Is there a difference between Black Ace and Red Joker in speedrunning?
Yes. There are pretty significant differences.
It's not that significant.
The noise change is pretty significant, Zach.
Oh yeah, noise changes in this game.
So, the key difference, as I was just saying, is that you get a noise change around the 40 to 50 minute mark. And what this does is it's unique, or there's 5 noise changes that are unique, in quotes, to each version. Rogue noise is cross version, doesn't really matter. But there are 5 that are more common per version. So in Red Joker, we have access to Taurus, Crown, Virgo, Cygnus, and Wolf. In Black Ace, we got access to Ophiucha, Cancer, Corvus, Gemini, and Libra. So the best noise change overall, I've gotten many people to agree at this point, is Taurus, which is unique to Red Joker. That's the main difference, is you want to try and get a good noise change, and I think that the best one is in Red Joker. There's also some differences in gigas. Black Ace has a better giga, and the finalized forms when you decide to enter the Meteor server is also different, have different abilities. Black Ace gets air shoes, float shoes, something like that, as well as fast gauge, whereas Red Joker gets super armor, and I forget if it's something else.
Why Taurus again? Wolf had quick gauge, didn't it?
Yes, so Wolf sucks because our main strat throughout this run uses Acorn Bomb 3, which is a wood element chip, and Wolf gets auto lock on wood elements, which actually makes you miss with Acorn Bomb way more frequently than you ever should.
Actually, it makes it impossible, pretty much, to fully clear the screen most of the time. You can't throw it straight down the middle to dodge everyone, and then press up to set it off, which is a bit of a problem.
Yes. Let me just quickly do this menuing section.
Also, even though quick gauge is pretty good for some bosses, most, like 80-90% of the encounters in this game will be one-turned anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, honestly, quick gauge really means nothing in the grand scheme of things. And the key thing that you want Taurus for is because we're using Acorn Bomb, which puts down grass panels, and we're using a lot of fire chips. In fact, the white cards I just got gave me a bunch of fire chips. You'll be seeing a lot of usage of that. What the heck is this job?
I don't know if the Cygnus noise thing was a joke, but wizard encounters are like 2 encounters, and that wouldn't make a difference on those fights for us anyway.
It's fine. He's gonna get.
And yes, it's up to randomness. We have to just roll with what we get or reset the run. But obviously, we won't be resetting the marathon run, so we're just gonna roll with what we get and hope for Taurus.
Yep, it's just a pure 1 in 5. Not much you can do about it. Looked into different ways of manipulating it, and nothing has succeeded thus far.
Also, a pretty minor difference, at least for the speedrun, is the finalized forms have different folders between the two. I think the one for Red Joker was a joke that accidentally made it into the game, but that's Red Joker's folder, and Black Aces is okay.
Yeah, Black Aces is significantly better. Red Joker's has a lot of really bad things. We only really finalize on the final boss fight. So it doesn't make a huge difference.
Yeah, no.
But there's there's a lot of cards that you get in the Red Joker folder that you straight up can't even use on the final boss because it just doesn't hit him.
Red Joker is more aggressive. I mean, sort of. But it even ends up that a lot of the cards are still less damaging overall. Just because Black Ace's cards are so versatile and can double hit and stuff.
Don't you get spin blades and stuff? That's just insane.
Yes, you get spin blades in Black Ace.
I mean, I guess
spin
you can't.
Blades is a low noise level as well.
Yeah, you can't. The problem with that though is you can't lock on with it, which means it doesn't do double damage.
Yeah.
Which is one of the key reasons that you want to use your finalist form is the fact that locking on with things does double damage with cards. Which just outputs insane amounts of damage.
Air Shoes doesn't really help for the run. Serious cards are very, very slow to use and don't really appear at low noise levels that often. I mean, it kind of does. Either way, though, we're only really going to be using that for the final boss.
There's only like 2 to 3 fights where we'll be trying to even hit anywhere close to that threshold. The main objective will be to get a counter hit with grass panels down. Hopefully we'll have Taurus, and we'll get Atom Blazer and deal 940 damage with the Acorn Bomb hit, as well as 800 damage because 400 times 2 with Atom Blazer. That'll be most boss fights.
Yeah, story-wise right now, what's happening is you meet some weird guy eating chocolate bars called Ace. I mean, he hasn't eaten the chocolate bars yet, but now he's addicted to them. And he's like, yo, come here and meet me. Ooh, and then you do, and you are gonna fight, and then you don't. And now you have to take care of this noise wizard.
Man, I sure do hope nothing bad happens to that Ace guy.
Serious cards are decent, but considering what else you have available to install plus free, it's not like that crazy. It's just one of the best Navi cards, or whatever you want to call them.
It's a very slow time stop card, which is why it's not very useful in a speedrun.
Yeah, and even though 400 damage is very, very nice, we have a lot of other quicker ways of doing 400 damage anyway, just using grass panel.
Yeah, most counter noise force big bang cards for like the each of the different noise changes ends up doing around 400 damage. Atom Blazers is actually 400. Elemental Cyclone's like 330, I think. Meteorlite Barrage is the worst one at 280. Dino Wave is 300. Thunderbolt Blade is 360.
Meteorlite Barrage at least pierces inwards. So it at least tells something.
Yeah. Ooh. Pierces invis when I'm probably over 100%
noise
anyway.
100 noise anyway. Yeah, we'll get into noise.
Clearly
later.
matters.
So yeah, in case you're wondering why like Rogue Noise would not be the best, Rogue Noise would 100% be the best noise change. Like way better than Taurus Noise. However, Rogue Noise you cannot get until your third noise change at best in the game. So you
don't know why it's 3. You would think it would be your second one. No, it's 3 for some reason.
So for some reason, your first 2 noise changes will always be one of the 5 that is more common in your game. So effectively, you have to get your guaranteed noise change, you have to get one other noise change, and like you have to accept that. And past that point is when you can start getting Rogue Noise.
Defrags are a Star Force 2 thing I think you're thinking of. You don't need anything for Rogue Noise in this game other than having no real-life brothers.
Yep, as long as you have no real-life brothers and you're on your 3rd plus noise change, you can start getting Rogue Noise.
in Star Force 2, to get the rogue tribe, you had to get 6 indigo frags, but one that sucked.
Yeah.
Sucked hard.
Just had to go around different
and-
places.
Yeah, even the thing like gameplay wise wasn't very good. But in this game, you just get it automatically as long as you have no brothers, which we obviously don't.
Yep.
Again, though, we probably won't be getting that because getting an extra 2 changes is, yeah.
It would probably
not
be
gonna happen.
slow to happen because I'm getting a bunch of warning encounters at that point, and
Yeah.
very unlikely to end up actually doing anything. Because Sword Fighter X is also like really uncommon. We're not gonna be seeing Sword Fighter X or probably even Sword Fighter 3 as a drop.
You do at least get a sword fighter, I think, 2 on normal.
You
one,
get Sword Fighter
white
3,
code.
yeah, from white cards. That's definitely possible. And we do get a few Bushidos.
Cheetos being another very balanced card that can do 400 damage with a single card.
Yeah, Bushidos are good. We'll be seeing Bushidos later.
Cheetos are cool.
I have learned that there's a white card that gives only Bushidos. 4 Bushidos. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. So this is the first comp, the rocket that the science team, I don't know what the hell, science club built, has gone out of control. Somebody threw a card into it, and now it's like going crazy and sucking people in like with its own gravitational field. You kind of need to save the old ladies and stuff that are being sucked in, so we're gonna go do that.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine.
The puzzle here is pretty obvious, but if you don't know what's going on, it's just like magnets. Red, it pushes up a red, blue and red go like magnetized together. So you just switch at certain parts to get through the path. Magnets, man, how do they work? So, there's a lot of things that change from Star Force 1, but one of the main things is lock-on doesn't suck very much in this game in comparison, which is pretty nice. In Star Force 1, if you lock onto an enemy with a sword, you don't get any like iframes or anything, so you can just get smacked right in the face, but in this game you do have some leniency to that. Thing in Star Force 2 as well, but
No, Star Force 2 did not have that feature added yet.
it's just 3. Okay.
Yep.
Spade Magnus is very difficult boss, yes. I died to him once.
The first
Don't like
version?
to talk about it. Yeah, the first version.
What? What's wrong with you?
Strawberry was in the call with me at the time. I was very drunk, I will admit that.
Yeah, but
Oh,
when
wait, I
aren't
was-
you?
I was there. I think I was there.
Yeah.
I remember this now.
Went for counter hits, and I just missed 3 times in a row, just died like an idiot. I was, Don't worry about it, right? Has anyone ever done a beast slap on Spade Magnus while discharging it? Yeah, if you do it early enough, you get a counter hit.
Alright, so the strat... Oh my god, I got so many encounters in this comp.
If you haven't got a warning yet.
Want it.
I want warnings. I can skip encounters with warnings.
Oh yeah, you want warnings in this comp, that's true.
Because I can use pop-ups. If you get a warning encounter and you use a pop-up, the next encounter you will get is guaranteed to be another warning encounter. So you can keep chaining this to just not get encounters throughout the entire comp. So our strat on Spade Magnus is to reg grass stage and hope we draw a fire card. And we did. Support use for grass stage, funnily enough, is grass stage because it's counted as a wood element chip card.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of damage. And then we just finish it off.
I'll explain support elements and stuff after this fight.
Yep.
So support elements. If you can't draw a card, so it's underneath another card, because the way this game gives cards to you, you get given 6, and they have different sizes depending on. I don't know what it depends on. I forget.
Mega Giga
But anyway.
Standard.
Okay, Mega Giga Standard. They have different sizes, and if one of the cards are overlapping the other one, you can't pick up the one on the bottom, but you can choose to make it a support chip or card. So as he said, grass with grass stage equals grass stage, fire equals attack plus. I forget the rest because I never use them. One of them's a gravity. Gravity plus.
Water is Invis. Elec is Paralyze plus. Fire is Attack plus 10, as you said.
No element is gravity plus then, I think.
No, that's Area Eater.
Oh, it is area eater, you're right. How did I forget that? Giga is large, takes up 1/4 of the custom script. Giga takes up more like 3/4.
It's kind of crazy how big Gigas are.
Yeah.
Like, you can literally get a Giga drawn in the middle column, and therefore
just
not be able to
covers all of
pick.
your cards.
Yeah, you just can't pick anything. It's ridiculous.
Which is a balance thing. They wanted, gigas. If you choose to use a giga, then it's gonna have a consequence.
Oh, I guess I do have
Unless
to
it's on
talk
the bottom.
to Zach another time. Oops.
Okay, we're at 3 for the Zach talk to Canna.
Yeah. I accidentally talked to him twice there. We're not gonna talk about that.
Alex, Bob Ross.
Our boy.
The lad.
We're going to. I forget why land runs over here.
We're trying to find
Better or
Jack,
something.
who has recently been put into class, or he's recently joined our class. And so he said our name and then left the classroom. And so people were telling us to go find him, essentially. So we followed him out to the park, and he causes this wizard to go out of control in front of us.
Then we murder it.
Yeah. And then Sonya shows up out of nowhere.
Oh boy.
So now we're going to the roof to go hang out with Sonya because she got recognized by some fans.
Yeah, she's like, let's go somewhere where I won't be recognized. I was like, yeah, let's go to the public school roof. Alright. Sounds good.
Dang.
She doesn't actually get recognized though, does she? I thought she said she doesn't want to get recognized.
No, she does get recognized.
Oh, okay.
At least in the park.
Very convenient place for a queue.
Yes, it's very nice. I'm very appreciative of that cube.
Like BN1, we don't get our elf back. Going
Alright.
to the roof to meet Sonya.
And soon we will be doing this game's lotto codes.
They're really slow. But for a different reason than isn't typing them in like Star Fox 1.
I can feel the waves, dude.
Hang 10 is a bro.
Also, Dance Fire is amazing in this game.
Yes, unfortunately you can't reg white cards, but Dancefire is the card we want to draw, like, every single fight.
Listen to Acorn Bomb, that gets rigged.
Well, even then, like, Dancefire is just faster than Acorn Palm.
Yeah,
So
no, it is.
if we draw it, we just use it. So if we had the ability to reg a Dancefire 3, that would get used instantly. We're going into the shop. There we go.
Time to ride the wave. Guess I've goes very early in this game, but not quite as early as Star Force 1.
Unfortunately, I can't get Libra and Mizu. Sorry to disappoint.
Let's get the illegal card.
Ada.
Acid ASV3. One of the
Wow.
best Abby cards.
Super good high damage single target mega card. Last one. Fun little fact about this game. Normal mashing technique in BN and Star Force games is, you know, mashing A, B, or whatever, holding B, mashing A. In this game, and the other Star Force games, tapping on the touchscreen does also advance text, so you can mash A and B and hit the touchscreen in order to mash as fast as possible.
You're welcome for telling me that, by the way.
In the text in Star Force 1 and 2 is so fast that it doesn't really matter. And I think Star Force 3 is just like a little slower. So,
I think it scrolls a little slower.
yeah.
That might actually be that they added like a tiny extra bit of animation to the text boxes that does it, thinking about it. And that doesn't really matter though.
Alright, so we're going to do a full edit to add those 5 cards that I just got from Cipher Codes. As you said, one of them is Acorn Bomb 3, which is very strong. One sec. There we go.
Story-wise,
Immediately-
by the way.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Well, story-wise, by the way, Sonia invited Gio and friends to a show, but she didn't actually give them any passes or even let the guard know that they're coming, so Gio has to just kind of break in and fill her.
Yep. So the 5 cards that we got from Cipher Codes are Acorn Bomb, which has been regged, really good, 140 damage on a 3x3 area. You can explode it by pressing the up button. So we'll be using that to basically clear pretty much every virus fight.
You can also press the A button again.
And then we got 2 mega cards, which are Jack Corvus V3, very good. Just basically doesn't hit the back row, but it can hit every single column for 300 damage, and it's fire damage, so works very well with Acorn Bomb. Acid Ace V3 is very good single target. It slashes for 220 damage with an extra like 150 or something if you press A at the right time, the command code. And then we got 2 other fire cards. Mad Fire 3, which is really strong fire card, does like 180 damage. As well as Mech Flame 3, which you've already seen, does 170 fire damage in the row that you're standing in. Column, excuse me.
By the way, I probably should have mentioned, yeah, the in this game, there's some hidden teleports. That's what's happening when he's running into a corner and then gets teleported above to a wave road.
Oh, it's just a wrong warp, dude.
It's just wrong.
Yeah, it's fine.
He's a very precise HP amount when he runs into a completely random corner.
Next up, he's gonna immediately warp to a meteor server. Or comp or whatever.
He's talking to this NPC to get a infinite sword slash.
Buying some cloakers. Cloakers are really good in this game. They will filter encounters, but we will never hit the HP threshold to do that. The other effect they have is that they lower the rate at which we get encounter checks, which means I'm less likely to get encounters. So I'll be getting fewer encounters in total because I'm using cloakers.
I think it technically works similarly in Star Force 1, but way worse. In Star Force 2 it pretty much works the same, but not quite as well, and then in this they're just like super buffed.
Oh yeah, Star Force 1 is just trash. It does not work the same way at all. It doesn't filter encounters, it just reduces encounter rate.
Yeah, it reduces encounter rate. By 1/3, if I recall. Well, not exactly 1/3, but it has a 1/3 chance to skip an encounter check, so essentially it's...
Alright, so this is Taurus Fire. He will be dead momentarily. So that was the support use of Acorn Bomb to get Grass Stage down, and then Fire Card.
Easy. This only gets better once we get Taurus as well.
Assuming we do.
No, you
I
have to
believe.
have confidence once we get Taurus.
There's some other good ones. Crown is particularly strong too for being able to draw a guaranteed mega card on the first turn every time. So if you keep only one mega card in your folder, it acts effectively as a second reg for a mega card.
In terms of the other versions, noises that are good, it's pretty much like Virgo, Corvus.
Virgo's in this version.
Corvus and Gemini. Mostly Corvus.
Well, Fuka's not that bad, I think. Libra's actually just terrible, and
Yeah, Corvus is just good because
Cancer.
fire damage.
Cancer's like, meh.
Cancer!
Gemini and Corvus are pretty much the only ones worth getting. And Fuka. Fuka's pretty decent actually. Yeah, it's a toss up between that and Corvus. Gemini has the card tag system, but we'll never be using that in speedruns. It's not worth it at all.
Yeah, I remember.
Gemini's cool though. Gemini's my favorite.
I remember Swib asking me what we would try to, like, even duel or tag or whatever it's called. It's just like, I honestly don't even know what you would want to tag. Maybe Bushidos together later on in the game?
I mean, that'd be nice, but I still don't think it'd even be worth the, like, tagging them for a speedrun. The time it takes just going to the menu.
Yeah, it depends, like, you would be doing a folder edit to put the Bushidos in. It depends how much time it really costs to do that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I mean, the best multi-hit card we get is, like, Drill Arms, which hit 3 times, so that attack plus 10 effectively is a plus 30, and what that means is attack plus 10 will be removed later on.
Bushidos and some sort of multi-hit cards, no reason to tag those. It's better to just tag 2 Bushidos because they get powered up the more Bushidos you have.
Yeah, I think that's what he meant. He meant just Bushidos, and another option is before you get Bushidos, you do multi-hits with attack plus 30s, or attack plus 10s.
Oh, okay. Does anyone do Galaxy Advances? We use like Big X if we happen to draw it on bosses sometimes. That's about it.
Yeah. Giant Axe is the best one that we'll have access to. We also have the Spade Magnus one, which is like 3 drill arm 1s, I believe.
That's 2 drill arm. Hang on, let me look that up.
It's something weird. But we do... That one we won't use unless I accidentally find it, and I'm like, this is fine. Alright. So this is the next
3
dungeon.
drill arm 1. Rocket launch, GA.
There we go. Here's the second dungeon comp. Basically, just have a temperature gauge. Anytime I'm standing on ice, my temperature goes down. This will be the first time I'll be using a cloaker. Be trying to avoid pretty much all random encounters. There's a max of 4 we can get, and I've already gotten 1 of them. Usually get 1 per area.
I actually think GAs get weaker in the post game just because you have stuff that does more damage than GAs at that point anyway. If you do manage to get frozen here, you just have to do a little mini game where Taurus fire claws you out by mashing A.
Nothing too fancy. Honestly, for the most part in this comp, we just ignore the mechanic. It doesn't impact us. We just keep running. There's only one time.
HP memory here.
Nah.
Okay.
No HP memory pickups.
Couldn't remember. It's been a long time since I
Same.
thought about Star Force 3.
Yep.
So we're bringing Star Force 3 races every Friday, right?
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing one every now and then.
Yeah. Gotta get Ghostit back doing races.
Slippery ice physics. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad it's different, but I do actually like the slippery ice physics puzzles in isometric games. I like the one in BN1. That's like my favorite
Okay,
comp.
so we skip an encounter with that because the warp panels mean that the next encounter I would get is a warning anyway, and there's no way it will trigger before I start the boss fight. So, only one
Like what
encounter
we were
is...
mentioning earlier when Spade Magnus is gone.
Yeah, warning encounters are really nice sometimes when you can skip them like that.
Then they're really not nice when you can't.
Yeah. If you get a warning encounter, it's really slow. So this is Diamond Dice. I'm actually going to get hit intentionally a few times to lower my rank. What this does is it'll guarantee that I get Zenny, which I need to buy cloakers later on.
GN 5 stress.
Yep. Okay, so I've already gotten hit enough that this will work.
If you get a high rank in this game, you just get the boss's card instead of Zenny. Which is
Man, I
probably
can't-
pretty obvious considering what you just said, but I'm explaining it anyway.
I
Right.
can't wait for Risch to get like constant Omega encounters.
Dude, I would love to hear that song just all the time. I do have my own splits open, and that last split was a gold.
Wow.
I've not run this game on console enough to actually get a good time on a lot of these splits.
Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
But getting a one encounter comp is super good.
It's very good. Yeah.
It's like basically our objective is to try and get a one encounter comp. And if you're incredibly lucky, like if I skipping the area one encounter is honestly not too hard to do with the cloaker. So the key thing that would get you 0 is getting that warning encounter, like I did in Comp 3, which is like a 1 in 16 chance when you get the encounter. So this is the Astro Wave, Star Force 3's equivalent of the Skywave, but way less annoying in terms of the way you have to travel through it. Takes way less time to travel through it. I will
Very
admit.
little time.
I will admit the Skywave is fantastic.
That's a great theme.
I see you lurking over there last.
I have to log into my bank account, so hopefully I don't have my Twitch chat focused. By the way, if you see a random thing that looks like a password in chat, it's not my bank password.
Hey kid, what's your bank username? Asking for a friend.
I forget. Remember when you accidentally posted your FF14 password in last week?
Yeah. I forgot about that. That was good. Dude, every time I tried to open Final Fantasy XIV, it was just like, no, I'm not gonna focus this window that just opened that you clearly want to use.
Dude, I posted my FF14 password in TeamBN off topic 4 times.
Oh man, time to search that up and play on kid's account.
It's fine, grind for me if you want.
And then, I mean, I'm not doing that because that's a bad game.
It's a good game, it's fun.
I
Love good
know,
music.
I like teasing people.
It's fair to assume MMOs are bad though, most are.
FF14 is a great game.
Yeah, Risch liked it so much he doesn't play it with us anymore.
Yep, I've quit the game.
Finally, once free.
No longer subbed to that game. But it's a great game.
It has very good endgame raid content. So this is the infamous fight.
Yes.
Infamous, I don't need to say fight. I once lost 40 minutes in a marathon because I died to this.
I pressed
remember.
A. I pressed A when the when I tried to use the mech flame and it didn't go off. And I was like, please don't let me die here.
Yeah, then me and kid would have to do that for an hour.
I haven't saved it all in this run.
Oh, I know.
Please don't. I don't have
Hopefully,
material to last an extra hour, dude.
I can't actually die to these fights. I like how I haven't seen Dallas all that much in chat, and of course BCC gets mentioned and he instantly pops in. What's
So
up,
like-
Dallas?
BCC after this, right?
Remember when our commentary was for BCC was so bad, it's probably never gonna appear in the marathon ever again.
I mean, to be
Unless it's
fair,
RNG manipulated.
yeah, BCC has a lot of downtime. He can't really blame us for that.
Listen, we totally didn't close out a marathon with BCC.
With BCC, and then we just started playing Uno.
It's okay. We'll figure out a way to sneak it back in one of these days. We'll sneak it past.
I mean, compared to previous BCC runs, it probably has the best commentary because there's something actually happening.
Oh yeah, we explained everything. We answered all their questions. It was
Yeah,
just,
no,
it was
I made sure to always explain anything and answer questions. It's just
everything
Okay.
else was just kind of, you know, questionable.
Why'd you change the color to green?
Oh no, I took 20 damage. To be fair, you could play BCC like twice during the Zenny grind. Alright. So basically all that's happening right now is some mugger or some dude stole all of our friends' stuff, and we're just going and trying to find it all. Really. You can't counter hit hack panel. I knew that.
I'm pretty sure I know exactly what he's choosing.
Yes.
Yeah, no, he's choosing the best answer.
There's no question. He doesn't know.
Yeah. There's no argument. He's gonna choose the best one.
Iron Jesus loves you so the game doesn't crash. I mean, the game only crashes if we had BN4 in and we did Woodman scenario already. It only crashes on DS Fat or emulator.
Bad.
Yeah, bad
emulators.
hardware.
Bad emulators.
Bad emulators, yeah.
It is 100% the correct decision that was just made on stream. Bud is in fact the best girl.
I don't agree or disagree. I just don't want anyone to talk about it.
You know Dallas is gonna talk about it because he's an absolute degenerate.
Yeah, he watches VTubers.
I used to have other choices when I first started running this game. And then eventually it got to the point where people kept like asking me what I was gonna choose, so I just started choosing Bud's shirt. Literally the worst option in terms of time save because it's the slowest. You have to press down twice. But least controversial.
Yeah, it is the least controversial. So, people either say correct or they're so spided and downtrodden they don't even say anything about it.
My notes for Star Force 3 say you should pick Bud's shirt for RNG manipulation.
Oh, it's better than if you don't pick Sonya, you're your run isn't gonna be verified.
Yeah, that used to be in Silvers, no? So it used to be somewhere. Might have even been in
I have to refresh it.
mean, hey, it's the most direct and simple way.
Alright, are we back?
Hey, it's the most direct and simple way.
Yeah, sounds like we're back. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and start up the fight. It's okay, all you missed was me jumping over some cracks. Nothing too fancy.
Yeah, sorry everyone.
Feel free to restart
he
the
stepped
timer.
on a crack and he broke the stream's back.
Yep. Feel free to just restart the timer. So this was Club Strong. He was a boss. Oh.
Easy.
I would like to blame Twitch for the fact that this run will no longer PB.
I got you.
It's fine, you would have missed a Megasis swipe in media comps anyway.
Yeah, it's true. So this next fight is Jack Corvus, but we don't actually have to beat him. We either have to deal 350 damage to him, or we can just die. So whichever ends up being faster is the choice we go with, and using Acid Ace V3 does the trick.
Yep, surprisingly, it's not always faster to die for once in all of these fights.
Yes, he does make panels that just heal himself, but they also happen to make it so I just deal triple damage to him with fire cards. And he just dies.
Okay, so Luna's dead.
Oh yeah, that happened.
One down. One down, one more to go.
So yeah, Luna has been blasted into a bunch of bits of waves, data, something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure as many people were, I was very surprised when I played this game after the first two and then literally watched teenagers get obliterated into pieces and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. To answer your question, yes, it's always triple damage in Star Force, whereas it is quadruple damage for grass enemies on grass panels in Battle Network.
Yeah. So Gio's looking into what we can do. He's not giving up.
Alright, so I'm going to scan my actual fingerprint here. I'm going to use my index finger.
Yeah, this game's not beatable on emulator because you can't use your finger.
There we go.
Oh man, I guess I can't use my finger on the Wii U.
No, you can. Just show your finger down on there. Unless you have a touchscreen monitor, that's the only way you can do this on emulator.
Fun fact here, you only have to talk to the humans that aren't the captain guy.
God, I hate that emo
Humans that aren't
Kilios.
the captain guy. That is one way of putting it.
We get the Wassap folder. That's actually really good. It has a lot of good stuff in it that we'll be yoinking from it. But later. Minor little time saves that you can do in this game. If you choose to menu for folder edits, you can press the X button, chip folder, select the folder, etc. But when you're pulsed in, you'll see on the bottom screen that like the folders actually appear, so you can actually start editing directly from there. It saves a lot of extra menuing. So I make sure to always save my folder edits until I'm pulsed in somewhere.
You need a little HP memory gag here.
No, I don't, like I said, 0 HP memories I will be picking up, but
It's not a real one.
It is the first time.
Oh, it is the first time. Never mind, I forgot.
So we'll be grabbing plus cannons, mad fire ones, drill arms, and invises for safety. We're throwing all this random stuff into the folder, and then there we go. That is the folder edit.
Big ol' upgrade to the folder.
Yeah, that's a lot of really strong stuff that has been added and took out some really weak stuff.
Streamer, you just picked up a HP Mem 10.
Did I?
I don't know, I thought it was. I thought that's what it was. It might be the key.
That was the key. That was the Wassap. The Wassap key, wait. That was the Waza key.
Nice.
We've all been up for a very long time, if you can't tell. We're all doing our best.
Man. I still think it would have been hilarious if I managed to PB on the sleep deprived.
Dude, sometimes it's the best way. Most of my PBs are like when I'm massively sleep deprived.
You're just always sleep deprived.
That's true. But I mean in the extreme example.
Yeah. Oh, I went way too early on this. XD. Speaking of being sleep deprived.
Oh. Yeah, you forgot to go back.
So, okay, so I went
my
and
bad.
grabbed that thing too early. That's what it was. I went and grabbed the Wassap key too early. That just... Waza key. Jesus Christ.
What's up?
What's it? Waza. Let's try this again.
Frank's gonna make him mad.
Yeah, every time you don't trans in directly on top of a wave station, it loses about 3 seconds due to the extra animation.
Pretty cool looking animation, though.
That's an unfortunate fight. I would not be able to use the Acorn Bomb just because of where that hole is placed.
Well, in fairness, Waza is the renamed Nasa, isn't it?
Essentially, yes. I believe it's like the evolution of...
Well, yeah, it's like the combination of two things which became Waza.
Hmm. So this Stealth Laser guy can just move anywhere and completely troll... Oh, I drew a wide sword. I thought I had a cannon.
You had Giant Axe in your folder.
I would believe
In
it.
your hand there.
Yeah, I'd believe it, looking at it now. It would not have been faster, just due to the way they were lined up, unfortunately, but...
Would have been cooler.
I mean, true. So, we have now bought all the cloakers that we'll need for the rest of the run. And... we're about to go begin the best part of the run. Absolutely. Totally not being sarcastic. Luna Frag Search.
I mean, hey, at least in the speedrun, it's not actually that long.
Yeah. And it's followed up by some exciting stuff.
But like, the attack on the base.
Well, the noise change.
Attack on the base.
Where you're gonna
Means
get
the attack on the
Taurus.
base.
Of course. Can't get anything but Taurus.
Luna Frag Search.
Luna
Babe.
Frag Search. Bong. The Prez pieces. I forgot that they called it that at one point.
Doesn't Goodall call it that? She's talking to people like a psychopath.
I believe it. Prez crumbs.
I forget how fast paced this game is.
No, yeah,
It
this
just doesn't stop.
game is great because like you don't really get too many random encounters even without cloakers, so things just happen, right? Just keep rolling.
Not much in this game really feels like filler other than, I guess, the attacks, but those still move the plot forward while you're doing it.
Thanks for using those hackdowns. You coward.
I mean, not much. Not like it matters. You have a mech play.
I know. It's just the
Just slows
fact that I had to,
things down a bit.
the fact that I had to sit through the time
Yeah,
stuff.
sit
I was
through
just
the
like-
time stuff.
So this next fight is actually a little scary, and I'm tempted to save.
Doing in case of a random crash or something, I don't know.
Oh, I guess I'll show that off. Yeah, when you use the menu, when you have Acid as your wizard for a bit, instead Acid is the one who talks.
Mm-hmm. The same thing happens whenever you have another guest character like Taurus Flame during the second scenario.
Yep. It's really nice. Nice little feature.
Is indeed. Surprised they didn't just straight up remove all the voices in the US version.
True. Of course I drew Dancefire 3, so.
But then we wouldn't hear pop-up.
I mean,
Pop,
I'm glad
pop.
they didn't. Don't get me wrong. The most confusing is the fact that they removed the robotic type, like, pause menu voice from the EU version of Star Force 1.
It's kind of weird that they removed the voices in Star Force 3 for the PAL region.
Yeah,
They removed-
they went a bit far removing the voices with that game, to be honest. Just to make sure they didn't miss anything, they also made it so they never released it. You know. They didn't even release the TV game over here to make up for it.
Yeah, Acid is way too much fun during this whole scenario of, like, finding pieces of Luna.
But yeah, he just strong arms and tricks everyone.
Just like Sotelo police when you go up against some, like, criminal-like guy. Against the guy who's, like, about to call the cops. Like, you called?
Cool.
He, like, you know, just casually suggests that he's going to arrest the blue wizard.
Yeah, thanks, Tech.
Alright, here we go. What noise change do you guys expect me to get today?
Taurus, duh.
As I said earlier, there are 5 noise changes that I have access to, and I can get on the first one, which are Taurus, Crown, Virgo, Wolf, and Cygnus. Rogue is unfortunately not possible.
Cygnus.
Oh shit. Oh,
Cygnus is like the only bad noise in this version. That's kind of dumb.
yeah. I appreciate the Aqua Ground.
Crap.
Virgo is actually pretty good.
Virgo is not the worst one. Virgo is like probably the second best. Third best.
Third best, yeah.
The worst one is definitely Cygnus.
Leave it to
Why?
Chad to be absolutely wrong.
Yeah. Cygnus is the worst by like 500 miles. Yeah, Crown's a good one. Crown's second.
Virgo.
No spoilers. Wow.
I mean, it's not spoiled for the stream at least. Yeah, Virgo's decent. And you did guess right.
Yeah. Virgo's actually not too bad because it helps out with the Jack Corvus fight a lot. And the only fight that it's really, like, you know, not effective against, and, like, the fact that you can get knocked out of it is Spade Magnus?
Yeah, I think.
As if, you know, I'm gonna get hit by Spade Magnus.
True.
Cygnus is the funniest because you keep getting knocked out of it during, like, Crimson Dragon, which is like the one place you don't want to have.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, you're trying to build up noise. It's just, nope, you've been hit. Rip. So this is a mashing minigame. I'm mashing A and B.
The way this scenario actually ends, it isn't based on time, it's based on how many of them you get rid of. So it's faster to just go spawn camp them. So we're gonna go play Call of Duty real quick.
Just literally spawn camping. Sometimes you
Yeah,
get
we're
them.
on Nuketown right now.
Sometimes you just get them spawning a little bit behind you. That's really scary because if they chose to attack me, I probably would have gotten hit. Oops. This is the weird one where there's a Z-axis because of the stairs that throws off the hitboxes of these clones pretty hard. Let's see if I can show it off a little bit.
Thankfully, the Smash for Omegas is really giant width-wise, so you can hit them really far away when you're in the corner.
Yeah, like you saw that green one, like this kind of, like that pink one. I don't know how I hit that one. This yellow one I'll hit. That green one I'll hit. Like,
How about that red one? That one was...
yeah,
confident
it's just so weird the way that the Z-axis works. The hitboxes are so wrong.
Yeah, then you get to meteor comps, and it's like, oh my god, I feel like I can't hit anything.
Well, to be fair, with the Z-axis, like, if you go upstairs, which you end up doing a lot of times, they literally just don't hit you at that point. Oops, pressed B. Like, you can basically walk through them, it seems, like.
I never noticed, I never really go up to this one.
Oh, these guys are being slow, all the green ones. Yeah, so, something that's not usually talked about, but it's pretty obvious. There are 3 colors, and they each go at different speeds. Green is the slowest, red is the fastest, and yellow is right in the middle. If you are able to prevent them from hitting whatever their target is, that does save a text box. And ideally you want to just see a bunch of purple ones, because that means they are moving faster and therefore getting hit faster.
Does the color of the enemy that hits you affect the encounter that you get? I
Yes.
don't remember.
They do more damage, maybe, but they have more health. For sure.
They have a lot of health, actually. All 3 of them do.
Yeah, the red ones end up with like 220 HP. Ah, I missed one, whatever. This one's usually pretty easy, you kind of just stand here and spawn camp.
Yep. Go sit. This is the hardest one.
Hardest one, by the way. Yes, come to me, you idiots.
Trying to
This
find
is
a
really
stream
difficult.
appropriate word.
It's like I said, red is fast.
People were talking about bringing Toy Robo back, which is worse, this or that.
I mean,
well,
this minigame's
most-
fine.
Yeah, this minigame ain't that bad. Plus, this minigame has, like, arguably the best music in the game, and Toy Robocons has Toy Robocons.
Yeah, the best music in the game.
Insert DJ Shaq meme here.
DJ Shaq meme versus Adult Swim hands over ears meme.
God, 1,000 Omegas copy fight? That just feels bad on my wrist.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of mashing.
So yeah, we just use a cloaker here to prevent the chance of getting 2 encounters in this comp.
If you don't know what the story of this game is, trying to pass the ongoing events is one hell of a trip. I could be doing a better job keeping up with it, I guess, but we're still just trying to rebuild Luna.
Yeah, so
from the
basically,
Luna fragments.
the enemy of the game so far has found out what our base is, and or Waza base is, I suppose. And so they are attacking it at the same time that we're trying to rebuild Luna. Okay, that was a mistake. Whatever.
This is one of the antagonists from Star Force 2.
Oops.
Dark Fang. Nice draw. And you wanted one.
Yep. So one key thing about being over 100% noise means that enemies just don't have iframes anymore.
But nor do you.
Yeah.
So it's a give and take.
On top of this, the ending a fight at over 100% noise means I start the next fight at 50% noise, which is vibrant, which means that I will be able to start the fight off and just start counter-hitting the boss right away and get my noise force big bang. Yes, this is Virgo noise.
And then Dark Phantom jumps off the edge and we never see him again, so
Yeah.
he commits the not living.
Yes. The good old no longer breathing.
I would definitely recommend starting Star Force out with 1, just because the story is pretty... It's decent. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty decent.
Alright. Dino Wave!
Dino Wave!
Yeah. Dino Wave! Foom, foom, foom!
Yeah! Dino Wave!
And that was Virgo.
Star Force 3 ever end up releasing in Europe? No. It did not. It was only released in US and Japan. Which meant I had to import it. Yay! That's how I learned how to import games as a teenager.
Yeah! Meteorlite Barrage!
Okay, and now Luna is back alive. We've put her in a machine that, you know, put her pieces together and reassembled her and then turned her into a living being once again.
Don't think too hard about it.
Yeah. And so now she's making us go around and gain favor with different people for the upcoming school elections. So we're just gonna go around and tell teachers to vote for Luna. That's about it.
Is it normal for teachers to be able to vote in school elections?
I don't know.
Yes.
I mean, maybe it's different in Japan. Over here, I'm pretty sure only students can vote in there.
And now we introduce a character from Star Force 1, Damian Wolf.
He actually does something in the story at one point. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's like he's not just a side character, he's here in the story where you have to talk to him, and then later on he actually shows up and does something.
Yeah, other than like one character, which is like Copper, Star Force 3 actually does a pretty good job of including everyone and having them all do something.
Yeah, Bob Copper just kind of stands there.
He's more of a cameo than anything. The story's done, not that he had much of one. He's like out of a job considering he doesn't have to chase Mega Man anymore.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, Star Force 3 has a much bigger emphasis on combos than any other BN or Star Force.
Yeah, it's really satisfying combat, honestly. Like,
I mean, Star Force 1 started the emphasis on combos, like had the combo thing that you could buy from Master Shin, but they definitely, you know, definitely got deeper in 3. I'm sorry, Risch, you can carry on.
No, yeah, it's just like it just feels so satisfying doing the combat in Star Force 3 with how like fast you can play, how rewarding it feels to like land counter hits and then like combo that into other stuff. It's just overall so much smoother of a combat feel than any of the other Star Force games, and I think like BN has its own rewarding sort of playstyle where it's like you have a plan going in and you execute on that plan based on your strategy, but it's like a different type of rewarding. I usually like to say that Star Force has more of an action or a emphasis on action, whereas BN is more emphasizing the strategy aspect.
Yeah, Damien is an optional boss in Star Force 1, and is also the best boss to fight to grind Zenny.
Yep.
There wasn't
55.
much story, but there was a tiny bit with him.
He shows up a lot more frequently in the anime.
I think so does everyone, I guess.
Yeah, true.
Is there a secret speedrun strat for your folder construction, or is it just the biggest damage cards? No, not really.
It's basically
it's-
just get Acorn Bomb, reg it,
Yeah.
put fire cards in, and other high damage neutral elements.
Yeah, it's do what you can to have grass panels set. Acorn Bomb is the best way midway through, or well, it's quarter way through, and then just use fire chips on cards, whatever. Don't really use that many high damaging cards that are normally high damaging, other than like Bushido's, but you need multiple of those to make them go stupid.
Alright, so this is Acid Ace.
But I thought he was a good guy.
Next, you're gonna tell me he dies.
I mean, there was a little brief point where they tell us that he used to work for the bad guys at the end of the last scenario. I counter hit him right at the end. That looked really weird.
Oh, he was just testing us. We did.
Yeah, just a test to see if we could be worthy of the Satella Police Commandos.
Another
Hey.
great thing this game did, which doesn't get talked about much, is in cutscenes, there's a lot of custom like animations that don't appear anywhere else, like of Ace like coming behind Geo and punching him, and then Geo has one where he like jumps off Sonya's stage transform. Nice
Yeah.
touches like that in the cutscene.
I like Acid or Ace's Mega Snacks animation.
Yeah, the Mega Snacks animation.
Favorite one is at the end of the game, like after Geo's dad does the thing, Geo jumps up to punch
Yeah.
Crimson Dragon.
Him and Crimson Dragon are like both about to like collide, and he just has a giant fist punching it in the face.
So story-wise, like I said, we joined the Satella Police Commandos, whose main objective is to find and destroy Dealer. So Dealer is now attacking places around the country like Echo Ridge, so we're on our way to stop it, and there's just some noise in the way that is preventing that, so just gotta clear it out, make our way. Basically, viruses are appearing in the real world is the problem.
Yeah. And as stated a bit earlier, noise is also what lets us completely get rid of iframes for ourselves and the enemies, which we build up by inflicting damage with non-elemental chips.
Yep.
Cards.
On viruses, it's based on how much you overkill them with null elemental cards, and on bosses, it's half of any null elemental damage you'll deal without time stops.
Time stops aren't counted for random encounters or bosses. So we gotta save our friends here once again from a bunch of real world viruses.
Yeah.
Kind of reminiscent of Star Force 1 Jammer fight, except this one's really easy.
For a second I thought I had the thing. The PA. GA,
Big
excuse
X.
me.
Giant X. Oh.
I guess we haven't
This
really.
guy's just...
Go ahead.
Why was that guy just moving on the same panel over and over?
He tries not to move in your row. Is what I've learned.
See. These smiley point viruses are really weird.
They are annoying
They are.
as they could possibly be.
Yeah, they go invincible for a little bit when you hit them with anything. So if you like hit them with a single buster pellet, just 1 damage, they'll go invincible for like a second.
Yeah. Also, something we didn't really talk too much about. This scheme, as well as Star Force 2, which originally introduced it, has what are known as abilities. Abilities are things that you can equip for link power. Link power you build up by forming brother bands with either NPCs in the game or with real life brothers. And so with more link power, you can equip more and more abilities. At this point, we've reached enough in-game brother bands that we can equip an ability I got from cipher codes earlier, HP plus 500. So now my max HP is 600, and I honestly cannot die to basically any fight for the rest of the game, minus like maybe one of the last 3. And by that I mean Jack Corvus, V2, or the final boss, but I haven't died to those in forever. So now we are figuring out that the viruses materializing in the real world are coming from these noise waves, and so we're finding these cluster of noises and destroying them so that the real world viruses stop. And then we're going to enter this final noise wave where there's a gigantic noise cluster and find our good friend Jack, who's been shown to be evil at this point. And then this is also the first cutscene where Rogue appears in. Rogue is a character that originally showed up in Star Force 2. We'll see a bit more of him sooner rather than later.
Yeah, he was the counterpart to Geo, the Friends are Bad Loner.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like supposed to be what Geo could have ended up as in Star Force 1 if it went a different way.
He's kind of
Yeah,
like an
he-
anti-hero.
He got beat up by random adults.
He's just Shadow the Hedgehog, basically. Well, actually, thinking about it, he's not really an anti-hero. He's kind of just an antagonist that occasionally does something that's not antagonizing.
In Star Force 2, he's kind of an antagonist and then helps out a little bit.
He helps out once.
Yeah, like right at the end because, you know, he's been betrayed enough, but and then in this game he doesn't really work with you, but his goal is essentially the same. and then
but
post
then you
game.
get to the post game
Yeah.
when he doesn't have a shared goal anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, go mystery wave, go mystery wave.
Did I miss it? Oh god.
Yes, go mystery.
Go back! Go back! Do it!
It's too far gone.
Coward.
Now I'm sad.
I thought I saw it spawn, but I was like,
He just would have had a.
my eyes are like half closed right now.
It just would have had a mega card plus like 2 anyway. Who cares?
It would have had an ability with 900 link power.
Yep. Yep. There is a gold mystery wave that has the ability to give like undershirt 5. Which
Oh,
like
wow.
it's incredible how low the link power for it is on undershirt.
Yeah,
It's
you
basically
can get an
free.
Undershirt 5 from one of the side quests, I think. Very cool.
I believe it.
Gold mystery waves are very rare, like, things. They're basically the same as green mystery waves, but they have a rare chance of spawning, and then they have a special loot pool where they get much rarer stuff that's unique to them. Most of the time, they'll just give you a mega card, but sometimes you get something interesting.
Alright, so what we just did is we just picked up a help request because currently we don't have access to the wave liner at Wassap, which is effectively the bus system. And so we want to have access to that for a few later trips. So we're going to pick up that help request because this is the best time to pick it up. We're going to kind of ignore it for a little while, and later you'll see that I'll be doing the help request such that it won't lose me too much time.
She wants an ice cream, right?
Yes, she wants ice cream.
What's her name again, Risch?
Sugar Sweat.
Sugar Sweet. Star Fox's names are very dumb.
I hate this game.
Alright, and here is the infamous thing that I think was mentioned earlier in the stream, I forget exactly when. But this is one where I figured out, after such a long time, that you don't have to talk to Luna here.
How did you figure that out, Risch?
I think someone told me, like, why are you talking to Luna? I was like, what? You have to talk to her! Alright, I'll try it just this once. And I just went up the elevator like, what? You don't have... For like the next few weeks when I was doing runs, every single run was me saying, friendly reminder that you don't need to talk to Luna here.
A track record of, like, contributing exactly one single thing to every speed game I've, like, had something to do with has continued.
And time for my favorite minigame.
So, there's a couple people that are very good at this minigame. It's pretty simple. There's some people that are also not very good at this minigame. Unfortunately, Risch is one of them, so I like to make fun of it.
3 slashes is easy, man.
Dude, I looked up at the Twitch stream. I was like, what do you mean he has 1 health left? How did I mess this up? It's the first one. Then I realized it was just on delay.
Yeah. So, yeah, you have to control the cursor with the D-pad and press A to hit the noise things. You want to hit the ones that are flashing first, because they can, like, explode. It doesn't really matter that much. If you destroy them fast enough, Rogue has 3 slashes, but that's pretty difficult to do. And then it goes to 1, or you just fail and you get hit. If you fail 3 times, you lose. This is a good example of Risch showing his CS:GO aiming skills.
Friendly reminder, I'm better at FPSs than Fat Kid.
Not Halo.
Okay, fine. Better than me at Halo.
Bury you Overwatch as well. It's almost like you don't play those games.
Yeah.
So we have a good time on CSGO and Valorant. Okay, I just have a unique playstyle.
Didn't get that one. Yeah. This one you can get 3 hits, and that's the fastest you can do. It's 9 total HP. So now I just need at least 2 hits.
You remember none of the fault from Star Force 2 at all? That was probably because it's not very interesting. So I hope everyone's enjoying the music in this section.
Rivals Unite is very good.
Oh, so many good tracks in this game. That wasn't too bad.
That's like the second best case. And then this one is 12 hits. So you want 4 threes.
Big old boy. This one takes a while.
Ooh, got a lot of double hits in there.
You can mash the fire button, but that's a bad idea because I think the way it works is if you mash near a noise frag and you miss, it registers you as like not being able to hit it for like a second or two instead of just tying it.
Fuck!
Nice double hit, by the way.
I messed up the last one! No!
That was almost perfect.
Dang. Overall, like, that was okay. That's normally what I do, but it's not perfect by any means. Man, I was doing so well on that last one, too. I was getting so many double hits in. So this is Rogue, who decides he's gonna fight you so you don't, like, try and talk things over with Jack. I'm gonna try before I... Wait a minute. I just mashed this out. Okay, never mind. Didn't come out in time. Yeah, sometimes enemies just shake off gravity like it's nothing. Pretty weird.
Oh yeah, you did just do that. Thanks, Rogue. I have, like, never seen that, I don't think.
Him and Jack Corvus are the two that oftentimes do it.
Okay, I have seen Jack Corvus do it, never mind.
Like, Jack Corvus is really common to just be like, oh, you hit me with gravity? Never mind. Oh my god, of course that beat it. This boss sucks.
Yeah, this one's one of the scarier bosses.
Oh hey, you didn't shrug it off.
His boss rush version is definitely the most dangerous boss in the game by like a mile. Oh wow, Gravity Plus actually worked. It worked very well as well.
If you try and target him, he just sometimes does that. Yeah, he just shrugged it off right there.
Do you ever see Black Case after this point? No, not really. Only for the final boss. Or do you mean Red Joker? You mean the finalized form?
Luckily, by the time you're fighting the R bosses, you probably have a folder with, like, a bunch of Bushidos in it.
Yeah, you don't see Red Joker into the final boss unless something very strange happens.
Yep.
It's just not worth finalizing. Yeah, no, it's all good.
It's a very long cutscene to initialize it that's typically not worth it. Oh yeah, so that whole, like, scenario, by the way, while we were fighting with Rogue, there was an election going on the roof of the school to determine who will be the next student body president. and the whole point of like everything that we've been doing up to this point is so that Luna would become the student body president, and she won. So now we have to go and talk to everyone about.
Luna got her Karen on against Jack Corvus.
Yes.
Do you do post-game stuff? There is a run of this that does post-game stuff, but we won't be doing it for the marathon because it'll add like 10 hours onto it.
Yeah, it's a 12-hour estimate. Yes, Tara.
Imagine doing that.
It is. I don't shut my work laptop off, usually, so it's just someone sending chat messages on a weekend.
So pretend you don't hear them. Sorry, Rich, I saved it.
Hear what?
Okay, this encounter is actually kind of scary as well. This one can be pretty mean. It's lose you time, or even kill you if you play really badly.
It's
And I know Mabel would always save for this one.
It's almost like the triple jammer fight, in a way.
It's not as bad as that, I will say that. This is what I mean by losing time. They can just keep like comboing you for a bit.
Yeah. If they hit you with their Vulcan, it does not cause iframes, so they will finish hitting you with all of the Vulcans and then slash you with the sword before you can get iframes and get out.
Yeah, and then when you're stunned, you can they just hit you with a Vulcan again. You can't move.
Yes, I have done a run of Crimson Dragon SP. It might not be highlighted. Well, one of them is. But yes, I've done it on my channel. 12 hours speed.
Kay has the best time for it, but they used Kaizo gear.
Yes.
Kay's time is like 8 hours, I think.
I'm sure Risch can beat that.
Not without Kaizo. Nice mad fire.
I was hoping I could just mash it out, but of course not. No, it's never lucky.
Never luck.
I will not be doing Crimson Dragon Sigma now.
Oh yeah, this would be a good time to mention Risch has done a, like, what you would consider 100% speedrun, like an all icons run of each of the Star Force games at this point.
Yes, I've done it for Star Force 1, Andromeda Infinity. Can you not be a jerk? Hello?
Imagine doing Andromeda Infinity. What a waste of time.
I've done Andromeda Infinity, I've done Rogue SX in Star Force 2, and I've done Crimson Dragon SP for Star Force 3. Now
You don't need to no damage Apollo.
Yeah.
Getting no damage on Sirius is easy. You can just combo him to death with counter hits, and he doesn't get an attack off. Sirius is honestly one of the easier fights in post game.
Sirius is so easy. Honestly, Crimson Dragon is Crimson Dragon Sigma and SP are very likely gonna hit you a few times, but honestly, Warrior Soul is really strong.
Yeah,
I've learned.
it really is.
Warrior Soul with Rogue Noise and bunch of Bushidos, and you'll probably just kill everything. Oops.
And speaking of the all cards runs, you might be surprised how short Star Force 1 is to get all icons.
Yeah. Star Force 1 is very interesting, and I've made some sort of discoveries recently that will make it be even faster. I should say. There's been a number of discoveries. Okay, I'm going back. It's probably going to lose time overall, but I'm grabbing the ice cream.
Did you forget it?
Yeah.
I
This
didn't
is where
even
you're.
notice.
This is where you're supposed to grab it. Let's pick that one.
Oh, I'm pretty far behind. Yeah, I see you missing it now. And now I see you getting back. That would be what it's worth it to go back and grab it. I don't remember who, but someone timed this to be slower, and we believed them.
Yeah, I remember.
Don't ever believe anyone.
Remember someone said that, and I just kind of believed them for a while.
But maybe it wasn't. So I don't want to be wrong, so it might not be that.
Yeah, I remember someone told me it, and I was just like, okay, sure. And like, I watched runs, and I just assumed it was slower and whatever. And then one day I decided to time it. I was like, what the heck? This is so much faster. It seems like such a significant. I forget the exact amount of time, but it saves a significant portion of time.
Yeah, this is a bit off topic, but it reminds me of something from Persona 3. There was a JP wiki that said having voices off in the game, so none of the characters talked, was faster. And then one day I finally tested voices on with auto advance on, and you save 2 minutes every 15 minutes in a 10-hour plus run. With instantly invalidated macros, bro.
Oh my god.
Dude, you're so mean.
Hey. Look. Okay, it's not my fault it was faster.
Alright, I need to go over here. Yeah. You get teleported up through this cutscene, and you're kind of standing right next to Sugar Sweet.
It's very convenient.
And she gives you
Thankfully, it
1,000
doesn't do
zenny.
anything stupid like get rid of the timer if you get into a cutscene. That would be really mean.
Yeah. So, there we go. We now have the Wayfinder Pass, and here's the biggest time save, right away, is we're supposed to go to WVG Studios. So we have to take a Waveliner no matter what, but instead of going all the way to Echo Ridge just to go to WVG Studios, we do this, which means we don't have to sit through the extra long Echo Ridge animation for removing matter waves of the road or whatever that get in the way.
Yeah.
And we just go straight here.
What is your favorite boss?
Club Strong. He just dies. By the way,
I'm Sirius and Spade Magnus.
Sirius is also pretty good, yeah. By the way, this boss you can't even damage, and
You also can't die to it. Very important though. It's if you die to this, game over, buddy.
yeah, this one
Survive.
you have to survive, unlike many others. And this one's not custom gauge dependent; it's time dependent, so you don't want to open your custom screen.
I feel like I'm being slandered.
We totally haven't seen a race where Chaotic was told to not die to this, and then later on, had to fight him again, and it was just oh yeah, so I don't have to win this fight, right?
He was like, "Oh wow, this is crazy. There's no way I need to win this. This is way too hard." And it was like, "No, Chaotic, you do." He was like, "What?"
Look, to be fair, you guys lie a lot.
I mean, yeah, we do. You got me there. It's just very funny. I also really like Acid Ace, the final Acid Ace version fight.
I almost like Apollo Flame as a boss fight, except for the random fire snakes. It's the only thing that, like, irritates me about that fight.
The thing that stops me from saying Apollo Flame is not just the random fire snakes, it's like the multitude of things. It's like the fact that you kind of need Card Finder equipped, and he has a barrier that you need to break, which takes years to break if you have Card Finder equipped. It's kind of an issue.
This is why Warrior Soul comes in beautifully.
Warrior Soul is fantastic for that fight.
Oh hey, they spawn.
Yeah, the random flames are annoying. It makes him a very, very difficult boss fight. I mean, I'm glad he's in the game. Like, his fight is very annoying to get his, like, S rank.
Oh yeah, and the other problem with him, from a speedrunning perspective, most people probably wouldn't even use cipher codes anyway, is that he's one of the 2 bosses that you don't get the V3 from cipher codes from. Just him and Taurus Fire, for some reason, you cannot get from the V3 from cipher codes. So you have
and
to
it
do.
Just happens to be the hardest one.
Yeah, you just have to. You are forced to S rank him as a result.
Which is pretty great if you're watching from the speedrun, because that means you get to watch Risch suffer.
Yeah, dude.
To be fair, the
You
other
get to
half,
hear me in the background go, "Get punched, nerd!"
that was
The
a
way,
good one.
story-wise, a bunch of places are getting, like, covered in noise. We gotta fix the hood. Gio's on the case.
So that was the other day, and then today
Yeah,
we're going
I
and
was getting
investigating them. Yeah.
Yeah, and now today we're investigating a bunch of noise waves over the place. I think there's 4 of them?
Correct.
You just go around and talk to NPCs in these areas pretty much to get noise codes.
Yep. Each noise wave has a single NPC in it that you have to talk to and do something different for. One is a fight, one is a quiz, one you have to give a card to. Sup, by the way.
Sup,
Oops.
sup, sup, sup.
So, and then, so one you just talk to, one you fight, one you give a card to, and one you have to do a small quiz for, which is that one. And that's it. Get all 4 noise codes.
Just wondering, what of the 3 do you like running the best? Star Force 3.
Yeah. Star Force 3 is easily my favorite one. It's honestly, like, I enjoy it more than BN speedrunning, and I've speedrun most of the BN games at this point. It's just so smooth, and the combat just feels right. I gotta find it.
Fortunately, Star Force 1 is probably my least favorite. It's in an awkward spot of downtime and length.
Yeah,
Pretty long and has a lot of downtime.
it's like, yeah, it's like close to 3 hours. It's not that bad, almost. If it weren't for unskippable cutscenes, Star Force 1's length would probably be about 2.5 hours.
It's fine. That's why we're gonna start racing DX.
And to be clear, 3 hours is pretty short, but
Yeah.
when you're comparing them to the other games, it's longer.
So now that we've gotten the noise code, the biggest source of disruption was at WBG Studios, where we had to fight Acid Ace, who got like forced into his weird berserk state. I'm actually going to do something interesting.
Okay.
So,
Scary.
one of the interesting thing about cloakers is that they what is the word? They delay the first encounter check that you get if you haven't popped it in the area that you're in. So if you pop a cloaker before entering an area, you can theoretically delay even your first encounter check on top of all of the rest. So if you do it just beforehand, you reduce the chance of getting an encounter. I don't know by how much, but it's nice.
Time for secret shelter.
Yes. This is a pretty bad draw. Soon we'll be getting a very good buster, which will help with damage a lot. Nice hack panels. Alright, it is now time to begin some banging music again.
And it's a different version of the theme. It's the Radio World version.
Hear the first one right away. And now a different theme. Alright, and so next up we have these wonderful comps. The Crimson Machine, CCs. Basically, these are just straight up a puzzle.
I'm on image finding duty. Chaotic Takeover will come to.
Hello, stuff is happening.
We have to walk over cards. When you walk over a card, it flips to the opposite side, and we need them all to be face down. That is the objective here.
I mean, Accelerator, you'd be right if that timeline didn't end with the Legend series.
Alright. So the first two comps have pretty easy puzzles.
Oh wait, I haven't played much of the Legend series. There is a Magica Girl transformations, and that is there. Oh no.
Unless you count Tron Bon, not really. I think Tron Bon kinda does.
Can't wait to forget exactly how to do this final puzzle again.
No, it's fine, just don't pull a Gosu.
What, and forget Titan Glyph? Bushido 2 would be a very good drop here. Not they're gonna get it though. Oh, I got it. Pretty nice. Alright, so now we've gotten Titan Globe, which is a 5 damage, 2 charge weapon. With 1 rapid, but honestly, rapid doesn't really matter in this particular case.
Strimmer, when are we getting Kelvin Knuckle?
Fahrenheit Fist.
Heck yeah.
Father Fist. Alright, so this comp has the hardest puzzle in it that I always forget how to do. We'll see how it goes. Oops. I've never gotten a Sword Fighter X in a speedrun before now.
Imagine never
I
getting one.
have...
Same here.
I also got rogue noise though after I got 6 warning encounters in the final comp.
Yo,
Yeah.
same?
I've also never gotten Warrior Soul. I think Warrior Soul would be pretty hilarious to get. Alright, here we go. Can I do this puzzle? This does not look correct. It's a solution, it's not the solution. Right now we currently have the Virgo transformation, that is correct. And now, if you really want to, you can choose to pulse out, pulse back in to restore HP. That won't be necessary.
Wolf noise is bad.
Yeah, auto lock is pretty unfortunate of an ability.
Hey Risch, don't die here. A pro tip.
Yep, thanks. Appreciate pro tips. Wow. How the hell did that happen? You managed to ninja dodge. No. Oh hey, my charge shot does a lot of damage. Alright, and then you get a full heal from that fight before going into the next one, which is Dread Joker. Quick Gauge is really not worthwhile. You shouldn't have to draw multiple turns. You should just get counter hits and kill things. Ah, that's unfortunate. Very nice Dread Joker fight though. I got hit enough that I got a lot of Zenny too, which means I might be able to do tornado dance strats. Let's go.
Okay, I think I'm done with meme duty. And now talk again.
Wonderful, wonderful.
By the way, Rich, have you seen the picture that's going to be tweeted out for One Step From Me?
No, I have not.
You'll like it. You'll like it. Coward will like it as well.
Send it to me real quick.
Will do.
That image for Star Force DX is just so...
Yeah, Mid contacted me like just before the run, like, hey, did you have any plans for the image? And I was like, yeah, I did. Why? What do you got in mind? I was like, fine with me. I'll use this.
It's a pretty good one. Yes, rip Acid Ace, but he's alive, so...
Oh my god!
Need that broken panel to go away so I can punch this nerd.
I'm so glad I made it.
Same.
Dude, Risch alert! It's so good. Fits so well with everything.
Is that Snake's actually dead in the end game? I saw an interview. I don't think I can remember. I don't remember the source. I remember seeing an interview where one of the writers claimed that the picture in the credits is just supposed to represent somebody's wish of what could have happened, which I assume is Queen Tia or whatever. So, at least according to one of the writer's interpretations, yes, he is dead, and that was just supposed to be part of her wish.
Keep in mind, as he just said, one writer's interpretation.
One writer's interpretation, and this is me going off memory of something that I read once.
Yes,
So,
but I did hear,
massive
TLDR, it doesn't matter.
I did hear it once, but yeah, I choose to believe he's alive, and it doesn't matter
brother
because
band.
we're never gonna know.
Yeah, your brother band does not get fully severed. You keep your brother band. Which the game does mention that your brother band's still intact. Although I think that's just because he sends you a death message.
Yeah. You can't spoil something that's very unclear, Bash.
It's kind of up to interpretation.
Yeah. Because the game literally implies that he's dead in many ways. You know, right before it happens, you get an email, it's like, oh, if you're seeing this, I'm probably gone. But at the same time, he shows up in an image in the credits in bandages as if he's recovering. So,
Yeah. And that doesn't necessarily mean sure, like I explained. It could, again, that's probably intended to be up to your interpretation as well.
yeah.
Yes, my favorite wish. All the kids around the table drinking wine.
Heck yeah. But yeah.
So
Mostly.
story-wise, Dealer, Joker, whatever his name is. He like broadcast himself on TV, issued like a warning that people that don't comply, he's gonna blast them with noise or something, and then Wassap didn't evacuate. Not Wassap, sorry, the WBTG building or whatever it's called didn't evacuate, so now we gotta go save those guys.
Yeah, so supposedly Dealer has full control over Meteor G, which is like the big thing that's about to crash into Earth. And like it's just like a giant ball of noise. And so Dealer can control it and jam all of these places, which will
turns the people into waves and traps them inside the noise wave, where they probably won't be able to live for very long. But we're here to rescue them, so it's all good. That giant axe was kind of close.
Yeah. I mean, not even close.
Not even close. Not even.
Not even close. Easy clap. And next up, we have the most necessary boss in the Star Force series.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with that.
This is a fan-designed boss, by the way.
He's got the moves.
I can't believe they put me in the game.
I'm trying Great Axe on like the last 3 fights. What the heck? Why did it do that? Oops.
That's the giant axe.
Thanks. Yeah, Dino Wave. Alright, and with that, we can move on. Totally necessary, by the way.
Two dealer base. Being near to the end of the round.
Yep. We are basically about to start the boss rush. Starting with Spade Magnus V2, the only elec boss I can think of in this game.
Other than one of Acid Ace's attacks here.
Yeah.
Sorry, the only other elect boss I can think of in the other games is like Crown Thunder and Gemini.
Crown Thunder, Gemini, and might be it, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. Weird. Guess I never realized until now how little there are.
Physio Surf has an electric attack, that's about it.
Oh no, Spade Magnus V2. What was it do to us? We fight Spade Magnus 3 times in the story,
No, we don't. Only twice.
don't we?
Yeah.
Oh, is it only twice? Okay.
Yeah, it's the first time in the story, and then here is the V2.
Oh yeah, for some reason I thought when his NPC talks to you in the rocket it was a fight. No, that's he's pretty friendly. My bad, Spade Magnus.
Alright, so we pick up Drill Arm 3 real quick. We also are now given the Kelvin folder, which has a lot more good stuff in it that we're going to start throwing in. I'm actually going to wait on the folder edit real quick, because of the fact that I can buy something at this shop. Yeah, well that's unfortunate.
What a warning encounter. That has to be one of the most troll warning encounters I've like ever seen.
Could have actually removed that one by using the warp cams. That was my bad.
It looked like you were too far away from it.
If I had like run back, okay, I got a warning or a noise change.
Yeah, I'd have to react pretty fast, but yeah, I guess it would have been possible.
No, thank you. You can't press
Yo,
B.
nice. The worst one.
Second to worst.
Right, Libra.
Oh well, sickness.
In this game, it's
In this
sickness,
game.
yeah.
That's fine. That means you could get rogue noise next.
This is correct. Reset. There we go. Getting 2 encounters. Wolf is bad because we're using something called Acorn Bomb, which means that auto lock just will suck because of it, and we want to keep using Acorn Bomb for a little bit. Gemini is definitely very good. I don't think it's as good in the speedrun as Taurus is, but definitely very strong. No, yeah, Wolf is definitely fine as a noise. Definitely great probably for PvP purposes. It's like Rogue Noise Light. It's just for the speedrun, our strategy we employ just doesn't make, it just makes it kind of bad.
Rogue is indeed the best.
Rogue would be the best, especially for boss fights. Yeah, just in general, it would be the best. Being able to use a ton of really powerful swords is incredibly good. But unfortunately, we would have to get another warning encounter, and I don't want to get another warning encounter because those are slow. Any Omega noises in the run? What do you mean by Omega noises? You mean bosses? There's many times where you are just running through an area and encounter the Omega music. You're just like, oh shit, and then you leave the area very shortly afterwards, and everything's all good again. Percent chance of an Omega? I honestly don't know.
I think it's supposed to be 3% entering an area. I'm trying to recall the number. It's probably not that, but it's around that.
fine. Just bust through this last one. That's right, I put in 2 extra chips, that's why I had to take out that extra long sword. I probably should have taken out Graph plus thinking about it, but whatever. Oops. And so we are now on to the final comps of the game, Meteor Server.
The worst one of the run.
Yep, this one's just a bunch of running around. You press A at different points to pick something up, and you mash A and B a lot.
Yeah, the worst part is you can't pick up the noise fragments or the memory fragments while you're being attacked by the MMSF clones.
Crimson, but yes.
Yeah, issue. Well, the actual encounters in MMSF, isn't it?
Not always. In fact, never. It's just regular. It's just usually like G viruses.
Oh, that makes way more sense than what I remembered, but never mind.
Yeah, so these are, I routed them out in such a way that I will pretty much always get to the places roughly in a good time frame, such that I won't have to wait around too much. Now, obviously I should not be getting hit by those Crimson Frags, that's just bad. But, there we go. How's the story of this game compared to the other entries? It's alright. I mean, Star Force 1's is definitely better. Like, you know, it has a lot of great character development.
I think what they're actually asking is it as bad as 2's?
True. Probably not. I
No,
would.
it is definitely.
I would definitely say it is not.
It is a great ending for the 2. The story's decent, but not as good as 1's.
So it has the Great Butticus. This is true. My cloaker should. I was gonna say my cloaker should be expiring. I think 1's is good just because of the great character development in it. Has some relatable moments.
Character development. Pretty much just all Geo's character development for me, to be honest.
Yeah, the others are pretty meh, but some like interesting little twists every now and then.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Luna's arc. Whatever actually showed off. A bunch of story details and, like, I think design doc or something was, like, leaked. So the entire story, like, plot concept was known, and it was apparently halfway through development. A character development, you mean emo, Geo? Not even really emo.
I don't
Just
think anybody in
sad.
chat actually knows what emo means.
No.
Kato is just depressed.
Yeah, I found the story very relatable as somebody who was missing a dad and who was very depressed and didn't go to school because of his severe depression. And I respected that they tried to tell a story with a character like that, even if it wasn't, like, amazing. Just, you know, respect the game for doing that, because that's very different for Mega Man. Oh, we know what it means.
It's fashionable. But it's not. Nah.
He's firing his laser.
Oh, she's annoying.
It's fine, just hit her.
She is pretty annoying.
She does not come forward.
I didn't even notice you put tornado bombs around.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
That blocked it. So because that Crimson Wave timing, I actually get to go further to the one that's down here. And that should result in a slightly better pattern.
Why is two-story bad again? No, nothing interesting happens. Nobody really develops as a character. Rogue is kind of comedic in that game.
I just like the fact that random adults just beat the crap out of him for no reason.
Yeah, Geo also kind of goes back on some of his like character development briefly, which is like seemingly random.
I kind of liked that part. I didn't mind that part. It was... They just didn't get it right a lot with Geo. But that part specifically, I was okay with falling back into.
Damn it, I was close. But I made a small movement error that results in me having to sit here and just spam through all of them.
Yeah, this is what I was saying earlier. One of the most annoying parts is if you mess this up and you have to just stand here and wait for it to pick it up.
And this is also going to result in me having to wait at the next one too, because of the timing of the next Crimson Wave. Yeah, it's really bad. Jeez,
Twilight, do you have the chat open?
Of course not. Clearly, I've been responding to them the entire time. I don't have it open.
It was a stupid question, I get it. Saying, for some reason that scene always reminds me of this. Even though it's nothing alike.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's a harsh drama into. Not really. The only one between Sonya and Geo.
I was hoping you'd put that one.
Such a good one. Yeah, Rogue's Red Steel. Whatever his name is.
Yeah, Black Holes can only be damaged by swords. Favorite kind of enemies.
They always have to put an enemy like this in these games.
And now we fight a boss. This is the boss.
Hard boss.
Very hard, very hard. My health is a bit low. If I get hit by a wave of Crimson and get a really bad fight, I can die. So I'm gonna save real quick.
Oh yeah, your health is pretty low.
Unfortunately, I haven't found a very good route through here.
It isn't. You just kind of have to go there, come back, go there, come back.
It's
Kind
like
of annoying.
this comp is probably the hardest, or not hardest, but just most frustrating one.
Oh my god, the Z-axis there scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, that's why like when I go upstairs, I just stop swinging because I know I'm not gonna be able to hit them, and I know they're also
Right
not gonna
over
hit me.
Yeah.
Attack plus 10 on the support. Let's go. Nerf strong. It took 2 hits, not 1. Too hard. Agreed. Boss is too difficult. Yeah, we just go up these stairs and... yeah. The Z-axis is hard. This guy will always put his head down too fast. Ooh, no, never mind. Interesting. Kelvin Crumb collecting is a thing. Ox Tackle is a really good card. On Club Strong, yeah, that's a good one to use. Alright. And that should be the last one. Because we can walk over to the final Kelvin Splinter just in time. Alright. And so, this should be the last random encounter I get in the run. So after this point, it's just 3 bosses. What that means... oops. I have to be really careful. That guy could have just demolished me on a grass panel. I think he would have killed me. So what this means is that 3 boss fights, I don't really need to use Acorn Bomb anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap my Reg over to a Drill Arm 3, which is a nice 180 damage, and I'm going to swap my white cards off of Fire to just be noise generating cards, such as Bushido. One. Okay. Bushidos. Where's Drill Arm 3? I'm gonna save before this one. I don't want to use the D-Energy yet. I want to use it after this boss fight. And technically speaking, after Queen Virgo. But Queen Virgo's easier, and I shouldn't even take damage on. That's a lot of Drill Arms. Yeah, so I intentionally take that hit just to get the Drill Arm with the counter hit. It's pretty scary to do that at my health. So.
Corvus is, yeah, the most dangerous fight in this run, I would say.
Dang. Gotta be very careful here. I can't afford to take any extra hits now. And he's dead.
Spoilers. Still like 7 seconds behind.
I mean, to be fair, I said it way before he was even dead.
Ah, well.
I just knew that I needed to let him.
He just died on my screen.
Does Virgo have plus gravity? I'm not sure what you mean by that.
I think they're asking you hit them with a gravity. They're asking if that's a passive ability it has. Gravity plus.
No. Gravity
Yeah,
Plus is just something that I put on via a card.
I believe in you, Risch. You got this.
Queen Virgo is very easy.
I should say they, not he.
Dine away.
Yeah, I can't imagine anybody dying to Virgo.
Yeah. Dine away.
Definitely not strawberry.
Definitely not after missing redgaiaeraser.
Oh, look at these Bushidos. Here we go.
Die away.
Okay, that was that fight. And so now, this is why I have a D energy. We're also going to remove 2 additional things from my folder. Jack Corvus and Mech Flame 3 do not work on this boss.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say, story-wise, we find out Gio's dad has been missing for like 3.5 years at this point. As he's fighting Crimson Dragon right now to keep the noise from hitting Earth. So they're about to kill it, basically.
Yep. Alright, so
Time to go punch it.
now we have a bunch of noise generating cards. And so what we're going to do here is try to finalize as fast as possible.
Yeah. The other big unfortunate thing with finalizing is it puts noise back down to 0%. Not great.
Of course, that always blocks it, and I'm not quite at 100%. Thanks.
Cutscene makes sense to me. I think Dick Kelvin's character.
FYI, you do get iframes over 100%.
Oh, I lie. I never get hit in this game ever, I wouldn't know.
Red Joker. Alright, so now we just make sure we're always locking onto something and just throw our stuff down. redgaiaeraser.
Yeah, redgaiaeraser.
And now, let's see here. Let us punch a nerd. That's the boss fight. Alright, so that's not quite time. There is one more boss. It's a very
Get
difficult
punched,
boss. Very,
nerd.
very difficult boss coming up. So time will be right at the end of the redgaiaeraser animation for those that don't remember. Oh wait, I'm gonna wait. Oh, I did not get the counter hit. Feels bad. And here we go. redgaiaeraser. Time is coming up very shortly. 3, 2, just kidding, time.
The bait. Rip PB. Time was 2:37:05.
Yes. Well, I had my own timer running the whole time. That got me a 2:37:04. So.
Alright.
There we go.
Special.
Oh, dude, did you get the audio? Oh wait, no, we're not there yet.
Not yet. We'll see if we got the credits.
I hope
Yeah,
you don't
there's-
get. I hope you get it. I really do.
There's a bug in this game where sometimes the credits just don't play, and we haven't really tested to see what the cause is, but it's probably skipping the cutscenes on the first frame or something.
Probably has to do with pressing a button on the wrong frame, yeah. So if you just like let go of your DS past a certain point, you just should be fine. Nice. Got it. I got the music, not the glitch.
Ah, okay.
So that was Star Force 3, 80% no Kaiser gear. It's a really fun run, nice and relaxing. Yeah, I mean, nothing else to it. Overall, it's a pretty decent run. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Fat Kid and Chaotic, for hanging out and
No problem.
giving commentary. Staying up very late,
No
Fat
problem.
Kid.
On that note, see you later.
I've been on this chair for like 10 hours.
Yeah,
I at least took a shower.
I think that should be pretty much everything I've got. Should be all good to go. Smog, if you want to, handle introducing what's going to be next.
For sure. Well, fortunately, we're gonna keep on with Risch on the hot share. We're gonna get some One Step from Eden Celsi runs. Any percent, I believe, right?
That is correct. Neutral, what is it called? Neutral, seedless, Celsi, normal.
And believe me, I've seen Risch play Celsi. It's gonna be very fast-paced, entertaining. So after a little break, make sure to join us again, and we'll be right back.